So for DPA today, we are going to be getting active in our classroom again. But before we do that, I want us to refer back to our DREAM posters. So you'll remember this from before, our acronym of DREAM, where we have dedication, responsibility, education, attitude, and motivation. And today our focus is on responsibility. How can you be responsible to be active in the classroom? How can you take on responsibility for your level of activity in the classroom? So I want you to turn to your partner and I want you to talk quickly about what it looks like to be active in the classroom. Okay, turn to your partner right now, have that conversation. Have students conference with a partner, each speaking uninterrupted for up to 1 minute to share their knowledge of success criteria for taking responsibility for their active participation. Following partner discussions, consider having pairs share the responses with the class. Consider recording correct responses on poster paper for future reference. Throughout the lesson, continue to draw students' attention to the identified criteria for success. For our warm-up today, and to increase our heart rates, we're going to get started with simulated game. Divide the students into 2 groups and divide the activity area into 2 sections. An outside ring or lane where students can complete laps around the activity area, and an inside area where they can perform a variety of fitness activities. Group A performs a locomotor activity around the outside of the activity area, while Group B gets their legs ready for the big game the next day. After 30 seconds, the groups switch activities. Students will switch between the 2 activity areas 3 times, once for each of the 3 periods of a hockey game. For the first period, Group A marches around the activity area, while Group B performs V-hops in the center of the activity area. For the second period, Group A speed walks around the activity area, while Group B performs coffee grinders in the middle. For the third period, Group A performs speed skaters or bounds around the activity area, while Group B does X-jumps in the middle. Consider writing the sets of activities on the board for student reference throughout the warm-up. Prior to the activity, inspect the activity area for safe traction and eliminate potential hazardous conditions. Remind students to be cautious when moving and to be aware of personal space of others. If using a classroom, consider moving furniture to the perimeter of the room and outline the activity area using masking tape, keeping a safe distance between the furniture and the boundary line. So we'll now get active with our game preparation mission. Now remember, as your group, you can complete the mission in any order, but you must complete the mission together as a team. Throughout the activity, be sure to refer students to success criteria for active participation. Divide students into groups of 4 to 6 and give each group the game preparation mission sheet. Groups must stay together and perform each mission task as a group as quickly as possible. Each group member must perform each mission task to the best of their ability. Inform the groups that they may work on the mission tasks in any order they choose. Check that each activity is spread out to minimize interference from other activities. For a demonstration of the mission activities, see the videos on the MLSE Shape Up website. Let's cool down with goal scorer stretch. Students gradually decrease their heart rate to a resting rate by moving around the activity area in a variety of ways. Students will start by bounding as if skating, then slow down to jogging on the spot, speed walking, and finally walking. When the teacher calls out, "Goal scored by," students stop when they hear their name, and that student leads the class in a stretch for 10 to 15 seconds. The class resumes moving around the activity area, changing the type of locomotion as directed by the teacher. To consolidate the lesson, have students return to their seats and reflect on whether they demonstrated responsibility for their active participation. Have students record their level on a scale of 1 to 4 and write it along with their name and a reason for their mark on a sticky note. Have students post the sticky notes on the DREAM poster.